Welcome to your review to take your percent quiz. This is going to be a retake, so we're just going over very similar problems that are going to be on your quiz. All right, let's take a look at number 1. What is 90 over 120 as a percent? Well, we know that that line means to divide. So go ahead with your calculator. Divide 90 by 120. All right. And then you're going to take that number and turn it into, they wanted a percent. All right. So 90 divided by 120 is 0.75. I want to make that a percent. So leave that in your calculator and just multiply times 100. If you notice, you'll end up with 75%. All right, the next one. Round this huge, big, long number to the nearest tenth. You have to know your place. It's got a TH, right? This is the tenths place. The 3 would be in the hundredths place. So anything after this, we don't want any other numbers after that. But what we do need to check out is, are we rounding up? So look to the right. It's 3. That is 4 or less. We're going to let it rest. You should get 34.5. All right, and that was supposed to be a percent. Round that to the nearest tenth of a percent. There we go. Okay. Write a proportion to solve. And then number 4 says write an equation. Let's pay attention. We're going to practice both of those. We have notes that show us the proportion method, which is like this. Is over of percent out of 100. That should look familiar to you. All right, so let's set this up. Let's read the problem. It says 14 is, right there, you know what your is 8% of what number? So I'm automatically going to put 100 here because that stays there no matter what. All right, now let's do the rest. 14 is, that means 14 goes here. 8%, I always put the 8 with the 100. 8% out of 100 of what? When we have a what, up, that means we don't know it. All right, I don't even have to solve it. That's all you had to do on your quiz, and that's all you're going to do on your retake. All right, let's do the next one. Write an equation. There's some keywords when you do this in math, right? It's like translating the word is, of, and what. All right, is means equals. Whenever you see an is, you can write equals. Of means to multiply. You can use a dot or parentheses to multiply. I don't like to use an X because look at the next one. We're starting to use variables. So if I have a what, I might put an X or some other variable. All right, so let's try it. We're going to go over here. Start with the word what. Anytime I see a what, I'm going to put some variable. The word is means equals. Then I have 62%. Of means to multiply. And 159. You literally just change each word. All right. The other thing I might do is change that percent to a decimal. So if I wrote it y equals 0.62 times 159, or maybe I use parentheses times 159, that would be the same thing. All right. We didn't even have to solve those. All right, let's do number 5. Now, number 5 says, let's solve problems 5, 6, and 7. Round to the nearest tenth place if necessary. Don't let that rounding mess you up. Here we go. What is 12% of 246? All right, I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm going to solve it both ways for you. All right, I'm going to do an equation because that's my favorite. So what is 12%? I'm going to change that to a decimal. Of 246. So don't I just multiply 0.12 times 246? You should get 29.52. Come on, you know that wasn't bad. All right, now I'm going to do portions. Is over of over 100. Here we go. What is, so my is up top, isn't it? So the what goes here. See, do you even want me to label it out in front to make it easy for you? Okay, what is 12%? The 12 goes here as a percent of goes down below, 246. That 6 does not look great. All right, so here I go. I get 100x equals a really big number, 2,952. I want to get that x by itself, so I need to do the opposite, which is divide. Divide. X equals 29.52. Do you see how we got the same answer? We just did it 2 different ways. All right. I'm going to do the same thing for number 6. 16 is what percent of 42? It's asking for a percent, so when I solve it, I need to change my answer to a percent. All right, I need to do opposite operation. Get x by itself, divide by 42. What you do to one side, do to the other. Look at that. X equals 0.38. Ta-da! 0.38 is not a percent. Multiply by 100 or just move it over. Bloop, bloop. You should get 38%. Ta-da! All right, now I'm going to do the right-hand side with is over of using a proportion. Here we go. All right, 16 is, so I put the 16 here. What percent goes there of 42? See, the words just tell you. You guys know how to read. You can do this. 42x equals a big number. There it is. And then I'm going to divide by 42, divide by 42, x equals, put it in your calculator. Let's see if we got the same answer. I got something kind of gross. Look at that. But I could round, couldn't I? And then I'm still going to get a 38%. Ta-da! 16 is what percent of 100? Right? All right, let's do the last one. Here we go. Oh, by the way, I rounded this, but you probably had like some bigger numbers here, didn't you? That just kept going, right? And then I just rounded. There. All right, here we go. Last one. 34% of Rio students prefer pineapple on their pizza. Don't know why. All right, if there are 1,500 students at Rio, how many would you expect to like pineapple on their pizza? All right, so if I wrote it as an equation, I would want to find 34% of the 1,500 students. And that will tell me how many students like pineapple. All right, change this to a decimal. Of means multiply. There you go. I have 510 students. I'm also adding words to my answer because it's a word problem. All right, last problem. This is a nice, easy review, right? I'm doing is over of. Boop, boop. Here we go. 34%. Well, percents go right up here automatically, right? Prefer pineapple. If there are 1,500 students, that's like my total, right? That would go down here. And we're trying to figure out how many like pineapple on their pizza. Let's do it. I'm getting 100. X equals, oh my gosh, a big number. There we go. I'm going to divide by 100. Divide by 100. X equals 510. Look at that. I have 510 students. All right. That's a really short review. I would definitely go back over my notes, especially the notes that talk about proportion and equations. Look those over. Make sure you study this. You're more than welcome to do this more than one time to get ready to retake that quiz. Good luck.